out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Buzzing all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to One and Only Pinnacle Game, and I'm back at it with another video. I got my boy Clef here. Let's say what's up, Clef.
I'm Polly, and I just love to have fun.
That's good, y'all. So, guys, as you know, Mark Cerny just gave a 52-minute breakdown of all the news on official PlayStation website. It's actually called The Road to PlayStation 5. You can check it out on YouTube if you haven't. There was a few more topics that I wanted to discuss with my boy Clef here. One of the topics was time to triangle.
Yeah, so I found it quite interesting how, like, the time to triangle, which he explains is, you know, the dead time before they actually start game development as far as, you know, learning how to program for that specific console. But I found it interesting just how much that's been climbing over the time of the first three consoles to the point where 6 to 12 month dead time for the PS3. That's a lot of dead time right there before you can even start making your game, to where the PS4 they cut it back down to 1 to 2 months, which was the same as the PS1. And then, of course, you know, the PS5, now they're talking about that it should be under a month. Now, obviously, we know that PS3 game developers were impacted very negatively because of that 6 to
12 months.
You know, dead time. And so with PS5 having under a month, go back a little bit, the PS4, obviously we've noticed big improvements on that as far as all these game developers and whatnot. So with the PS5, we could potentially see it even greater.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited about it, man, because what that really just means, in essence, is pretty much that they'll be able to get games, you know, they'll be able to start developing games even faster. And I'm really excited because, as we all know, especially with Sony's, you know, first-party developers, with a little bit of time, they can do a lot of work. And I'm just really excited to see, you know, what comes of this, given this extra time. How much farther will they be able to push these games moving on to the future?
Another thing, too, because of how difficult it was for PS3, how many game developers just flat out decided to not develop their games on PS3 because of that, but did do stuff on PS4.
I can't wait to see what they do with this extra time. I really can't wait. I just want to move on to the next topic. There was actually one last thing that Mark Cerny brought up, and it was actually the topic on backwards compatibility as well. It's actually confirmed that the PlayStation 4 will indeed be backwards compatible with the top 100 PlayStation 4 games as put on the website on Playtime. They will be compatible at launch. Now, guys, this feature is called Legacy Mode, and it hasn't yet been confirmed if its other Sony consoles are compatible. So we're going to have to see on that.
Basically, what he had said, and it's almost sounded like none of the other consoles will be backward compatible. But again, like you said, it wasn't confirmed. But the thing that I love about the backward compatibility is that he flat out said that PS4 backward compatibility is built right into the PS5 chipset. So it's not like the PS3 where the early consoles actually had a PS2 chipset in there, which to lower costs they later removed. You know, this, with it being built right into the PS5 chipset, as Mark Cerny said, once it's in there, it's in there. You know, you got it for good. So we don't ever have to worry about losing that backward compatibility later down the road. The one, I would say, sort of bad part about it is because it's not actually a PS4 chipset. Some of the games may not play with, you know, on this PS5 chipset with the PS4 backward compatibility built right in, because, as Mark Cerny said, that the power of the PS5 is massively greater than the PS4, and some game code just can't handle that massive boost in power.
So, guys, the chipset that Clef was actually just alluding to was actually, you know, it's the feature that is called Legacy Mode. I forgot to mention that earlier.
We definitely need to add the fact that they have already tested quite a few games. They looked at the website Playtime and looked at the list of the top 100 games on there, and they said that by launch they're expecting most of those to be playable on the PS5, and obviously they're going to test more games beyond that, but they did flat out say that they have to test games individually, title by title, to see which ones are playable on the PS5s and which one are not.
So guys, I'm really excited about this. Hopefully, you know, the PlayStation 5 will be backwards compatible with all the consoles. You know, that's, you know, one can dream, right? But honestly, I'm just really excited that at the very least, it's backwards compatible with the PS4 in some extent, because I have so many games that I've done bought from this generation from the PlayStation 4, and I'm really excited that I'd be able to actually play those, not only just, you know, natively on the system, but also quite possibly and quite most likely with, you know, enhancements or boosts. And I can't wait to see how that looks like, and to you know, the feel of the games, because I feel like given the PlayStation 5's vast, you know, technology set, I can't wait to see how much better those games look or even perform, you know, with that console.
Yeah, that's the one thing too. You know, as far as just generals about the PS5, as Mark Cerny said, he just can't wait to see what developers come up with when it comes to the technical capabilities of this. And I'm in this, you know, I'm thinking the same thing too, because you know, these game developers, they can be very creative, and I could definitely see at least one game developer, and probably more than one, coming up with something very unique that we would have never thought of.
Yeah, and I'm super excited, man. I can't wait. I'm so happy because now I know that a lot of the PlayStation 4 games, you know, that I have, you know, in my console, they also transfer over to the PS5. So it's awesome, man. I can't wait for the PS5. I'm super freaking excited, man. I really do feel that not only is this going to be a great console, but I feel like it really is going to push the gaming culture in the right direction. And that's another thing that I feel like some people don't talk about as often. But with all the new innovative things that they added, all the advanced technologies that they're going to be implementing, or that they added, or they're going to be adding, it's really going to be able to push the gaming culture and push gaming as a whole, to the next level, so to speak. And honestly, I can't wait to see the games that come as a result of that. I can't wait.
Well, as far as, you know, pushing gaming culture and stuff like that, PS4 has already sort of done that with like the share button and stuff like that, making it a lot easier for game players to, you know, share stuff through Twitch and of course YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm also interested to see what kind of stuff like that they come up with on the PS5 to even you know, develop that further.
All right, y'all, this brings us to the end of the video. I want to thank all y'all for coming. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that comment, and never forget to hit that notification bell so you always be notified every time I come up with a video. Until next time, see you later, guys. I won't never sell my soul, and I can take that.